what is the role of a leader?
Yeah.
You don't sit at the top of the triangle. Once you've given out and you've all agreed on the strategy.
And the people are passionate.
And the people, what is your job? You actually now sit at the bottom of the pile. Your job as a leader now is to give to support all your team members with everything they need.
This is your
And
point
if you
on the
don't
wheel.
Yeah, and if you
About
don't,
moving, about hierarchy, about changing, that you're always moving in as a leader.
yes, and if you don't give them the tools, how are they supposed to do it? And if they go and come to you and say, your policy of open door, we've got a problem, how do we fix it? Well, we might have to call in 5 people or 2 people to try and, you know, slash out what's the best way of fixing the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it's and that mobility of a leader to be here 1 minute setting the vision and then there allowing people to go. It's that's why you say it's a skill. It's something that you just don't acquire because you've got some set of qualifications. I wanted to say that I remember Motorola, another good boss of mine, Steve Crawford, who will be named, said to me, and I never understood this, and I was like, you've got to be kidding. He said to me, I need you to come to the UK every month and spend time in the office. And I was like, no. You remember I hated traveling, right? I was like, no, I don't want to do that. He says, no, but you do need to come and just be ingrained in the office and people get to know you. So working from home is one thing, and the other thing is obviously, as you say, being passionate about being around people. Oh, right. So this other part of the wheel I really do enjoy as well, and I know your views on this, so I'm going to just say knowledge.
It's a simple one, Vic.
Yeah.
We don't know everything.
Yeah.
And I said it in the beginning, as a leader, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
So 2 things on knowledge. Understand you don't know everything. Let people give you some input. And also, expose your knowledge to everybody else.
Yeah.
Let them learn. What you do know, pass on.
Be vulnerable. It's a tough one, Mark. It's you're in that chief position. You're at the top of the triangle and hierarchy, and everybody is looking to you to answers and expectations and all that, and you don't know, and you make it even lonelier for yourself because you're not you're not capable of expressing that. I don't know. So
you talk about loneliness. There's once again, I hate the word, but there's a cliche that the loneliest position in a corporation is the CEO, corporate lead in my sense, the CEO. Well, why should it be?
Yeah, I know.
The
exactly.
only reason it should be is because people expect you to solve every problem.
Yeah.
They expect you to know everything.
Yeah.
But if you look at my methodology, you don't.
Yeah.
So you can take that and park it. And you don't have to be the loneliest person.
Yeah.
Because you can have people come to you say, I've got a problem. And you say, well, I'm not really sure how to solve the problem. But maybe Sarah does. Let's call Sarah and ask her.
Yeah.
Let's get some input.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as soon as you realize that, once again, Vic, you don't command respect. You earn it.
Whoa. Okay. So we'll come to that one. I must remember that. Demisa, make sure I remember that one. Because I want to come back to that one. And I just want to finish off on that point, Mark. It's you say that it's also when you, even if somebody hasn't come to you with a question, it's also something that could be, taxing your mind that you think you need to solve. I think the vulnerability of being able to say, bring in 5 or 6 people and say, how do you think we should solve this problem? That's a tough one.
Well, it's only tough, Vic, if you're insecure. If you're secure and you've got passionate people around you and your organization's doing well and you know that this is the methodology that you solve problem, you bring in the experts, you bring in people who maybe know better than you or can give you valuable input, why should you be insecure? So I don't see it being tough. What the result of that is, people walk out and say, well, you know what, I can go to the corporate lead or the finance lead or the marketing lead, and I can go and say, I've got a problem, I don't know how to deal with it. Or the marketing lead can go to the marketing team and say, guys, I'm not really sure how we solved this.
Yeah.
Let's sit around the table
and figure it out.
And let's throw some ideas around until we come up with one that works.
And I'm glad I said what I said, because I know there are two words that you love about things that CEOs or executives or leads more particularly need to work on. Is this thing about being insecure and this thing about being immature, right? Because those are the two bugbears of people in leadership positions.
Sure. And we've spoken about being insecure. And immature is the same thing.
Yeah.
If you think people clock in at 8 and go home at 5, and you're trying to build this ivory tower, and you think that because they're there for 7 hours, they're doing 7 hours of work, well, that's immature.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah. Yeah.